I contemplating bringing my smooth bucket here for cutting this out, but I just couldn't get it in that truck, and I didn't really have nothing to load it with at my house. Comes to a point, it's like, man, where do you draw the line on how much stuff you're going to bring to a job site? Beautiful end of November day. Kind of seems like I hear the hammer coming. I hear something big truckish. Get in here now and doze up all the loose stuff up that way. I tell you, I think I like cutting the driveway better with the excavator than I do just trying to doze it all off. Hammer's here in all his glory. He ain't been in a truck a while. Miss a beat. Good job, hammer. Finger choppers to get you every time. Okay, throw them. I need to get a cap for that. I was getting down, he just kept going. That's good. Cut it there. You'll have that on them big jobs. Man, that's some good topsoil. Most driveways ever cut in, they don't have near this much topsoil. I was surprised. I don't know how many we hauled back there. I bet we got 20 back there. 20 loads. That's good stuff. This is where we originally talked about dumping it in this low spot. But then he changed it all the way back here, so I figured what we got this good stuff, he can fill this in. You never have too much when you're grading around your house. Guys, here's how that first load laid in here. Old Hammer did a really good job. I asked him if he wanted me to take it up the hill. I'm just afraid to go up the hill and that bed gets sucked up, and I don't know, always worried. I just don't want anything to happen. Rather it happen to me than somebody else if they're helping me. That's the way to do it. See, this is normal road base. It just ain't got the, it ain't got enough support to hold them trucks up. Here's how that spread out. Yeah, so this is 53s. I wanted road base, but this, we'll see which, I'm gonna have him get road base this one. We'll see which one packs in a little bit better, it goes further. This creek rock base is in here so thick. There's, I don't see it. And this surface here we dug down on was so hard. I don't see concrete trucks sinking or not. That's why I like to do that, then road base, then this on top of it. But I think this with 53s on top would be plenty. We'll see it. We'll do the next load road base. Road base is a little cheaper, so that's always nice. We'll do next road base, and then we'll see which one goes further, which one packs in better. Granted, this is just a construction driveway. You have to let all the customers be aware of that. This isn't the finished product. Even your ditches and everything, I mean, when they do the house, we're gonna have to come through and redo everything like us. We got to do the water line, so it's gonna look like that. So all that stuff's got to settle till next, you know, summer, and then dress everything up, figure these ditches out. I mean, they're rough cut in, but it, like I said, and what I tell them, this is a construction driveway. It's not the finished product, so, you know, you're gonna have to add more gravel to it and all the good stuff towards the end. Just normally you got, I mean, we did this one super wide. I thought I bid it for, I usually bid all my stuff at 12, but he said 14. I don't know, I have to look at the contract. But I did it 14, so if I bid it at 12, and I'm doing it at 14, that's obviously another 2 foot wide and 800 foot. That's a lot more material. And plus, I think some spots, these bins, I got it wider than 14. Just, I think it's all wider than 14, to be honest with you, but it's what you want. Start cutting this ditch down through here. Get the water off that driveway. Guys, I was wrong. That first batch was road base. That's the smallest road base I've ever seen. Customer just came, he's super happy. I like working with people that are excited and appreciate what you're doing. Had an experience with another customer, which he wasn't my customer when he was. It was from another job, and all he did was he wouldn't say nothing to me when I was there, and then when I get home, he'd call and complain every day about something. There was just no pleasing him, and there still is no pleasing him. Those type of people I don't like working for, which I don't get a bunch of those because, like I said, this guy didn't hire me. It was from something else. Normally I can get a feel if I want to work for you or not. Sunset, and here's our last load, load number 3. Last load for today. There goes the hammer. Sun is setting. Well, guys, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed. Three loads hauled. Waiting on Steve to bring some creek gravel. That didn't happen. I'm gonna scoop this up. This hill sucked that bed up, and then he kept going and put it here where I'm gonna put creek gravel. So I gotta scoop that up. We'll get back at it. We'll catch you guys tomorrow, like always. His arm hurts. I think he's on drugs. I think he's on painkillers. I think he's on painkillers. He was slurring yesterday when I talked to him. Well, good morning, guys. How are you? Man, I tell you what, it's a whirlwind. I got my electrician gonna go hook the electric up on the septic tanks we said a couple weeks ago or a week ago. Then my guy was supposed to get here hauling a crick rock. He's jammed up. He can't make it. Blew his arm out or something. So I just don't feel comfortable putting this road base in here. It ain't gonna hold up for them concrete trucks. So in this business, you got to be versatile, so I got to step back. I got my dad here hauling. We don't need any more base, so I'm gonna have to figure out a game plan. Recalculating. Let's figure it out. Man, I tell you guys, it's been one of them whirlwind days. You have a game plan, and then it doesn't go as planned, and you just kind of screws up your whole dang day and what you had going on. Like, I had my dad to haul this road base here, and this is all dependent on the guy bringing me the creek rock, which he didn't show up. So I got, you know, got my dad hauling, and now we got nothing to haul, and it's pointless to stockpile it. Well, see, like I just did, I just ran into it. That's what I just did with this when I stockpiled it. Just because, and then you don't get as far when you're not tailgating. Kind of frustrating, I tell you. I mean, at least he could have told me last night what was going on. I mean, he had two different excuses. One, his loader wouldn't start. It was too cold, which it's 50 degrees. I mean, it's the warmer of the days. And then he said his arm hurts so bad he can't raise it. Uh-oh. Hello? That was my dad calling. Anytime he's calling, he's driving a truck, I just assume he flipped it or wrecked it or something. The electrician's at my house. He can't find a damn job. Man, it's one of those days. I can't stand it. Can't stand that crap. All because that guy didn't haul me that and get it lettered here. Because then I'd had him going to get another run of gravel here, and I'd have had an hour and a half to 2 hours to get everything situated, run, meet the electrician, do whatever I needed to do. And that got all screwed up. Now I'm trying to find busy work for my dad. Man, I tell you guys, I don't know how, but him not showing up yesterday and today, putting this creek gravel in, totally screwed my whole schedule up. What the hell, look crazy here. I'm trying to hold all this stuff. Totally screwed my whole schedule up. So he was supposed to have at least a load here this morning, so then I could have bladed that out. Then my dad could have coated it and it would have worked, you know what I mean, as we went on. So we get here, there's no creek gravel, so I just have my dad dump it. And then, you know as well as I do, it doesn't go as far when you don't tailgate it. So I'm like, well, I called him, he's all his arms jacked up and all this bullshit. So I kind of recalculated. I was like, well, okay, we'll haul some of this material just to keep my dad busy. You know, I don't want to waste his day. So we got 2 loads hauled, and then he's trying to come back up the hill. And since I had that pile of gravel, I was dressing the hill up. And when I did, I put loose gravel on top of it, and then he can't make it up with the dump truck. He's spinning, bouncing, and I'm shaking my head and doing that. And, you know, it's just in the moment type stuff. You guys been there. It's like all of it is on my back, you know. So he's like, well, you don't have to yell at me or shake your head at me. I'm not shaking my head at you and throwing my hands up at you. It's the situation, you know. We got tomorrow a golly washer. We got rain all day Sunday. I mean, this was an optimal time. This could have been all done today. But, you know, that's why I hate depending on people. But he's the only source I can get that creek gravel at. What do you do? But it just screwed my whole day up, you know what I mean? It puts me in a bad mood, and I got the electrician hooking the wires up for that septic, and he can't find it, and he's calling me. I don't have service, and I don't know. I probably let it get to me more than I should, but that's just part of, that's just who I am. I can't change myself. That's what somebody said something the other day. Oh, it's my wife, and she said something about me. I said, you know what, I'm 50 years old, and if I'm this way now, I don't think I'm ever going to change. She's like, well, that's rude. I'm like, well, that's not really rude. That's the truth. The truth of the matter is, I am who I am, and that's how it's gonna be for now till whenever. But I did bring my ditching bucket. See that? Oh, we're just gonna get this stuff to there and be done with it. All I gotta go is to those white stakes. Feel bad, like my dad's like, you don't have to be mad at me. I'm not mad at you. Like I said, it's the situation. We got a situation on our hands, you know what I'm saying? It's just in this business, man, you're up against the weather. When you're up against the weather, and that's just wears you out. He's gonna backfill this house, I don't know where. I'll tell you what, I'm just gonna throw it right here, and then I'll push it down there. That's funny, I never ever cared about the weather until you're in a weather dictated business. You'll have that on those big jobs. Yeah, this job normally, I mean, I would have been in and out of here, I don't know, a week at the most, but with the weather, I mean, it's been raining, and like I said, when I'm doing that creek gravel, that takes longer just because he's the only person I can get it from, but it's just so much better of a product, especially for these new constructions, these heavy trucks pulling over here. Such a, I mean, I've used that road base so much, and man, if you don't put it on 10-12 inches thick, but nobody wants to pay for that, them trucks just sink through it. Might push the rest of this out with the dozer until I get this pile knocked out. So if I had a dump truck here, I'd just be loading that right into the bed. Man, that's good stuff. That's the good stuff. Topsoil is definitely not as deep up here, though. That's another thing, too, like, when I rented that excavator for that week in that job wasn't even fun because I was up against the time crunch of, you know, the rain, it was raining, and Idaho was sick, and he pulled through. He's a trooper. He won't never let you down. He's tried and true. You know, he was sick as a dog, and he knew I had that track hoe rented, and that son of a gun was there every day before me. It's just kind of the character, shows you what kind of character he is. He won't let you down. He's like a Navy SEAL. Brotherhood. The brotherhood. I tell you, even with this big bucket on there, now that I figured out how to run it with the weight and stuff, it doesn't even feel that heavy. You just gotta know your limits, I guess. It tips a little bit, but hell, when that truck was loading me that 350 John Deere on that building pad we were doing, he was coming off the ground. Swinging old dirt. I love this big bucket. And I tell you too, I'm so glad I didn't get like a 312 or a 313 size machine. This bigger machine really, I mean, not even to say it's big, it's a 316, which for me, it's perfect. I'm glad I didn't settle for like a 312 or something. Figured I'd jump off and show you guys the before and after of this ditch, what it looks like now, what it's gonna look like when I get done polishing it off. I'm not really gonna take much time to film anything me doing it. I just was not having a very productive morning. I'm in mode. I want to get crap done. When I plan my day out, guys, like, I got a goal in mind. I got so many things I want to get done, and it doesn't matter if it's 1 in the morning and I ain't got my goal done. I'm working till 1 in the morning. So that's normally what I do. I set my goal and then I run hard until I get to it, and then I either go home or find something else to do, which my goal was today to get 3 loads in here, 3 more loads of base, get this all done up to there, get these piles hauled off, and everything graded up. Everything's gonna happen except getting this done. But here's before. And I had a heck of a time getting this tree out. It had, I hooked a chain up to it, and I've never seen this before. I'll show you guys. The actual hook of the chain snapped. This tree was in there, had that dirt piled on the top of it, that's why. I'm just watching so nothing comes back and gets me. Overdue pit stop. Here's where we're at, guys. Got all the topsoil there. There's a bunch. Got it all rolled in. They'll use that for backfilling the back grading the house. This is all cut out, ready for him to get creek rock here whenever he can. Now I tell you what, they're saying rain tomorrow. You can definitely tell it's moving in. It dropped 15 degrees probably. Let's go jump in. Check this out, guys. I've never seen this before. Have you ever seen one of them break like that? Never seen that. You know, it's funny. When I hooked up to that thing, that tree, I felt like something was gonna happen. So you ever just get that feeling? I just felt like something was gonna happen, something was gonna break. And it did. Kind of odd. It's kind of like this one time I was doing a clearing, and everything, like when I was clearing this, when I had my D4 with the open cab, everything was coming at me, and I just felt like something was gonna happen. And it was weird. It's every branch, everything was flicking back at me, coming in my cab. I got done with the job, nothing happened. I was tracking out, and I looked over and I seen there was 2 trees I need to take out, so I had the chainsaw in there. I jumped off, grabbed the chainsaw, and went to cut these 2 trees. I just put a brand new full chisel chain on there. Thing kicked back. Luckily it was in October. I think it was the first day I wore pants, brand new pair of Vulcan pants. That thing kicked back, cut me wide open. I don't know how many stitches, but you know, sometimes you can just feel when the universe wants a piece of you, when the universe wants its piece, you know, wants its pound of flesh. Here's what this swale turned out like. Man, I really wished all that spoils wasn't up there from that utility line. You could blade all that off, but that's got to settle. My buddy Dustin did that a couple weeks ago from 38 squared. And then see, he can take all that topsoil and back all this up. Look how much we built that up. Of course, that's where we had to dump that load, but now you can back all that up with the topsoil he's got. So I said, I wouldn't truck any of that more. Leave that here for your finish grade. Look, you can taper all that. I wouldn't do anything now, though. You know how them concrete truck drivers are and stuff. They'll come around here and they'll destroy everything. Wait until it's done and then get jiggy with it. You know what I'm saying? Seen it too many times. That's why I say this isn't the finished product. This is a construction driveway. And we still got to put the water line up through here. Me and Ida Hizzy, which, guys, Idaho's got some big news. What the hell is this? He's got some big news. I'm not going to spoil it for you. I'm not going to spoil it for him, I should say. I'll let him tell you. I'm going to load the 299 up, because I'm not going to come back here until he's got all the grout creek rock hauled. I'm not wasting my time anymore. So I'm gonna take that with me, and I got 2 driveway re-gravels I'm gonna go ahead and do while I got that with me. This guy, I don't think's in a time crunch. He said the builder ain't till next month. Well, shoot, end of December, I think. But in any case, they could get up there if they had to. But I'm gonna do it right. I ain't gonna put that down and have him truck sink. Well, guys, that's it for today. I have no clue where I'll be, what's gonna happen, which way the wind's blowing. I appreciate you guys hanging with me. Keep banging them buttons like you guys always do. Till the next one. Like I said, who knows where I'll be or what it'll be. It'll probably be 100 degrees up by the time you guys see this video. But the goal is I'm gonna start getting back on the videos, putting them out.